Well, they're keeping the mathematics very simple. The last time we were here for Cricbuzz Comm box, going at 5 and over, 15 overs 75, now 35 overs 175, exactly 4-6. And you can see the very fact that they've come this far. Steve Smith holding the innings together, but two wonderful contributions from Alex Carey and Nathan Coulter-Nile after it looked as if they were going to struggle to get to 150, just the way the West Indies body language looked in terms of their faster bowlers. Bhattacharjya alongside, we were again starting to get our hopes up for an early finish, but it looks like the resilience of Australia, and this is why they are Australia.
You have to say that. I mean, this team has won so many World Cups. They know what to do. They've got a 9-game winning streak. They don't want to stop it now, and they just want to continue going. And they'll be reckoning that if they get about 100 in the last 15, and you put the score up there about 275, even that would really challenge out here.
We often talk about batting finishers. The problem is, with having used up so many resources from the West Indies point of view, do they have bowling finishers for those last 15 overs? As you can have a look, already 8 overs from the key pace of O'Shane Thomas. Russell, well, we thought he'd only bowl 4. He's already overstepped that mark with 6 overs. So obviously Sheldon Cottrell is one finisher, but Ashley Nurse hasn't played a role. What do they do in that last 15?
Yeah, it's a bit, I was a bit surprised that, I think the time that they bought in O'Shane Thomas was a bit late. They needed to deliver that body blow slightly earlier and get in those wickets, because it's important to get wickets in this stage of the game. If they'd got 7 or 8 down instead of 6, this would have looked much smaller. And I think somewhere in the bowling resources, they haven't used Nurse all that much. He's not likely to come back when the batsmen are going to use a long handle. Clearly the policy, if you see the batsmen who are batting besides Steve Smith, everyone is going at 81, 82, and Nathan Coulter-Nile is going at 100. Steve Smith is going at about 63, which means he's the sheet anchor. He's going to hold it out there and let the other guy use the long handle.
Yeah, I think that one over Joy is referring to is the time when you saw they had them on the mat and you handed the ball to Brathwaite, with all due respect to him, but that was when they almost felt, we can catch our breaths, get a few singles and breathe easy. And O'Shane Thomas only came back when Steve Smith and Alex Carey had started going. So Steve Smith really has been the key to this. When Warner went, you knew that these two coming back. Warner made 89, remember, against Afghanistan. And if one is not there, you can't keep the other out.
Absolutely. I mean, they've decided between the two of them, one of them is going to go and play that sheet anchor innings for their team. And that's exactly what's happening today. It's important for Australia also that these two guys perform, because it's not just because of their performances, it's their redemption that's important to Australia. And I think if they get 260, 270, they're going to be a very formidable team.
Tell me, from a chemistry point of view, we often ask if he's going to be the glue to the team. Do glue and sandpaper go well together? Can they stick together?
That's a question you'll have to ask them. I'm not going to ask them, not today at least.
But really, what's the kind of score they'd be looking at least say that, listen, we've got decent bowlers, we can use the bounce as well? 250?
250. I think from where they started, they'd be happy with 250. But I think if the batsmen remain out there, if Steve Smith remains to the 45th, they might reach 270, 280, because he's going to swing in the end. He's held himself back because, he didn't want to take risks. He's going to swing in the end.
He certainly is. And remember, whenever they play different forms of cricket, they reckon one man who always ends up batting at 8 and 9 sometimes looks like their best batsman is Pat Cummins, and he's yet to come. So watch out for that. We'll be back to wrap it all up. I don't think anyone's going to be sitting on the My 11 Circle expert couch, but we will be back for My 11 Circle presents Cricbuzz Live.